Looks like everyone's here. Now, before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off yesterday? There was an important decision to be made, yes? I'll pour everyone a cup of tea.
Is that really the most important part, though, Clorinde? Heavy walls, cold railings, dim lights. This is obviously supposed to be a prison.
I admire the work put into the set. Still, it's obvious the scriptwriter...
So the set is going to...
Unfortunately, that is something I can neither
Anyone think Clorinde's smile is starting to look kinda...
Well, whatever happens, we'll just have to push on. But first, we should... If we're worried about arousing suspicion because of our identity...
Yeah, it might be better to keep a
Staring at me won't get you anywhere. Or...
Why aren't you saying anything, Navia?
Oh, this is the short sword Clorinde mentioned last night. I found it.
Huh. I'm
Well, I made sure to take good care of it, considering the... Anyway, where were we? Oh, wait, we have... Well, it's only a matter of time. It pays to be prepared.
Alright, Paimon's made up her mind. Let's just give the treasure away. Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow, Paimon will be too upset to enjoy her snacks.
So, you've reached an agreement? All right then.
Oh, and we'll collect all the scattered pieces of treasure.
All right. You collect the treasure and make your way back to the capital with your bag of loot in hand. The city is still shrouded in a gloomy, oppressive atmosphere, but your spirits are surprisingly high. In places where sunlight struggles to reach, you generously share your wealth with...
Thank you, kind soul.
The elderly woman's look of gratitude follows you as you walk away, her eyes never leaving your back until you move entirely out of sight. However, there's still quite a bit of Mora remaining. It appears you haven't made much progress.
She's probably trying to tell us to speed this up. We need to hurry up so we can address the sorcerer problem.
Should we go find that man again at the square? He seemed like a pretty responsible guy. I'm sure he knows the people here far better than us.
Oh, good idea!
Just as you start to make way to the square, intent on finding the man again, there's a voice. Please wait, distinguished guests. Several strange guards suddenly call out to you. They run forward to meet you and proceed to politely pay their respects.
Greetings, gentlemen. Are we being invited for afternoon tea?
Surely you jest, my lady. That would not be our place. It is His Excellency the King who requests to meet with you.
Do you think this could be a trap?
Well, we have to investigate the court at some...
I say we go for it. If so,
After a quick discussion, you nod to the gilded tables line both sides of the hall. The space
wow, it's so luxurious.
The elderly king, clad in a magnificent robe, sits upon the deep. He wears above his head a majestic crown, with a gemstone the size of a bird. They're here, your majesty. A man dressed in dark clothes, likely a minister, shields his mouth with his hand. After a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back.
The king does not appear entirely aware of his surroundings.
The king remains still and says nothing. Esteemed guests, allow me to thank you for coming to our faraway kingdom. I've heard tell that your group, the Marechaussee Hunters. However, seeing that I was not fortunate enough to observe such a feat with my own eyes...
Well, we've got nothing to hide. You brought us here to talk, right? So... The golem's blades were so powerful, they could cut down trees and... Well, that was enough details, right? Believe us now?
Your account does indeed match those of the survivors. Since you were the ones who defeated the monsters, that must mean you are also in...
Well, we did take the treasure, but...
How did he know about the treasure?
Then I must ask that you return...
Wait, but didn't you just say that our great deed deserved a reward?
Yes, that was indeed what I said. Only that which is freely given by the king can be considered a reward. Taking the rightful wealth of a kingdom without...
But that's completely
Yeah, that makes no sense! If it weren't for us, the treasure would still be buried underground?
Maybe so, yet the fact remains. You tried to dispose of the treasure without... What, no answer? Surely you're not insinuating that you, a group of
Well, what about the king?
Clad in his magnificent robe, the king remains seated, with his hands resting on either side of the throne.
From the look of things, could the Prime Minister...
I would like to observe the number of guards.
The guards in the palace appear fully armed, their expressions solemn. Sensing the tense atmosphere in the room, they stand at the ready.
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down, I guess.
It appears we've been visited by nothing more than a group of ill-intentioned Before I decide your fate, however...
Can't we try to slip away? Or maybe start...
But if we try to fight the guards right now...
Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear.
Aw, thanks, you guys.
You allow yourself to be led away by guards surrounding you on both sides. It's only when you begin to feel drops of water falling from the dungeon ceiling and smell the stench of death and decay. Stay here, and don't try anything funny. The guards lock the cell door and leave without looking back.
Wait, sir!
Your voice echoes through the dark hall, but the only
No! What should we do now?
Carve out a new path of fate with our own two hands, of course. I draw my weapon.
You reach toward your waist, but find nothing there. You now recall that your weapons were confiscated before the guards
What about that knife I hid in my boot?
When did you hide it in there?
When I was thinking about digging a tunnel.
Rejected. You failed to inform the GM of this course of action. Moreover, the guards would have conducted a thorough search before throwing you in prison.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be
Correct. You don't even feel
Oh, well, there goes all our plans.
Indeed.
Huh? Why are you the one saying indeed?
Because that statement holds true for me as well.
What? But that's a terrible ending!
Generally speaking, this should be the point where the scriptwriter gives the players some kind of...
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the feeling of being in prison.
That is a possibility.
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison. Oh, wait, guess that's kind of how the Fortress of Meripede works if you're lucky.
Oh, before I forget, Navia, the short sword you had with you earlier, I took a closer look, and the craftsmanship doesn't appear to resemble—
Wait, Clorinde said that sword used to belong to her master, right?
I doubt it. The way she went about things often made her seem childish more than anything.
Hang on. A precious heirloom passed down to you by your master. And you gave it to me just like—
Master left many things to me when she disappeared. There was the sword, an old key. I gave you the sword back then, because I didn't want our friendship to end.
Wait, when did this happen?
After the duel. Between Mr. Callis and myself.
Before that, Clorinde would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. She was on great terms with Papa as well. After the duel, though, there was a period of time where we simply didn't know how to face each other. She entrusted this sword to me, and never came. We were both sad, and conflicted, and totally overthinking. Whenever I looked at this sword, I couldn't help but wonder. Back then, it felt like I hadn't just lost a father.
No one can change the past. The most important—
Yep,
I'm sorry, you two.
think nothing of it.
Oh, looks like the next part of our script is here.
Perfect timing.
From Clorinde's face, Paimon really can't tell if it's good news or bad news.
Water continues to drip from the ceiling. In this lightless dungeon. Eventually, you get used to the unpleasant odor of straw. Suddenly, you hear footsteps outside the door.
Heads up, everyone. Someone's coming.
Gather close, everyone, and keep your voice down.
Who are you?
I work as a guard in these dungeons, but my true identity—
Huh?
Shh! I've already sent away the other guards, but if we make too much—
I understand, but how can we be sure we can trust you?
The king has issued a formal decree in light of the irrefutable—
Executed? We barely did anything!
Monsters appearing at the same location as the treasure.
There will be time for speculation once we're out of here. Infiltrating the capital was difficult, and finding a chance to speak with you has taken a lot out of me.
Have you seen our weapons anywhere, sir?
Don't worry, I brought them with me. They're just behind the door. Still, his faction is too powerful. To defeat him, you must find—
You're not coming with us?
No, I'll remain in the dungeons to deal with the guards, as long as my identity is not revealed.
In that case, please stay safe.
Thank you for your concern. I will do my— As for the location of the vault, here, this map should—
Got it.
All right, once I open the door, you now have the chance to— And—
With the help of the guard, you successfully escape the dungeon.
Wait, we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who knows when we're gonna get the chance to use that cool summon spell?
That is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward.
This should be the place marked on the map.
This bit of rocks.
Well, I'd say an investigation's in order that...
Wow, you really
Before you lies a serene stretch of open water.
Well,
What's the matter?
It's nothing. As you step into the cave, you find yourself in an eerily quiet space. Before you...
wow, this must be where the treasure is hidden.
But this door is blocking our way in. It almost looks like it's been here.
Huh. What have we got down here?
A pattern on a stone door.
Is something wrong?
After a long, difficult journey, you finally arrive at the location indicated by your map. Your surroundings are exceedingly quiet and serene, as if the secret that's...
That description makes Paimon feel...
We're doing this for the sake of the people, to free them from the evil sword.
Linny's right. We need to keep going. The next part of the story requires us to solve the puzzle, right?
Yes, that should be fine. Something feels off about all this. Guess I'll just have to improvise.
I found something!
Found something here, too.
Same here.
Something just appeared. Some kind of new mechanism, maybe?
By solving the puzzles, you prove yourselves worthy of inheriting the secrets of the past. At the end of each puzzle, you're rewarded with
With?
a key.
Oh, it must be the key to the big door.
Huh? This is one of the Marechaussee Hunter keys. It is said that 4 keys in total are required. Huh? You hear a few strange noises. Suddenly, all the torches in the ruin go out.
Huh? What's going on? Did we fall into another...
For the sake of immersion, please close your eyes, everyone. Without the torch...
But Paimon can still see a little bit over here. Oh, right. Sorry.
Suddenly, you hear the sound of footsteps pierce through the...
There's someone else here? Oh, this is so...
I've been discovered then.
Wait, that voice, it's...
You recognize the voice as belonging to the guard who led you to this place. It appears he now covets the treasure.
Oh, so this is just part of the script. Well, if we can't see anything...
Judging by the way he's holding his sword, he must be a real Marechaussee.
Retreat? That's not the Hunter way. If it's dark for us, then it's dark for him.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit. This battle will be in the dark.
You got it!
Well then, let us begin. Loaded.
I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
Your strike is successful.
Ha! You're facing a veteran Marechaussee Hunter. You don't stand a chance.
Is he still standing? Goodness, he sure has a lot of HP.
Is it over? Can we open our eyes now?
The enemy is strong and relentless, but the battle is...
What about now?
Final strike! Ha!
Oh, well, did we get him? Clorinde?
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, the 4 of you successfully defeat the uninvited guest. That look in his eyes. It's like he became an entirely different person as soon as I defeated him.
Huh? Mr. Florian? Oh, wait. We're supposed to be role-playing. I should stay in character. Speak your name, guard. Why did you lead us here just to betray us? Is this treasure really more important to you than...
What kingdom? What peace? Those were nothing but lies! I, Florian, am a true Marechaussee Hunter, descended from hunters of ages past.
So he's also using his real name. Or, wait...
Then I'm even more confused. If you truly are a Marechaussee Hunter, shouldn't you want to help us?
What do you know? In this day and age,
What's that supposed to mean?
my skills were passed down to me by my father. We lived a life of obscurity in the remote. And what did he get in return? A life of poverty and pain. In a world that forgot all about him. When he died, the Marechaussee Hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're heroes!
Is he talking about how no one in the capital seems to remember the hunters and their legacy?
So that's why you want to take the treasure for yourself? You feel like you're owed fame and wealth?
If you already knew where the treasure was located, why didn't you just come down here and take it?
Because I still needed the final key.
Only a true Marachose hunter is capable of passing through this as someone who sought to hurt others for his own gain.
Okay, but what is this?
You're sure you want to go in?
We've been talking about it for so long. Of course we want to see what's inside.
And we've already defeated Florian, right? So he
Pesky brats.
Watch yourself.
Then let's open the door together.
All right. Before you, the door to the treasure, you hear the shrill wail of the door hinge as it rotates for the first time after years of disuse.
It's open! Come on, let's go in! Paimon wants to see what's inside!
Ooh, me too!
Ugh, uncovering hidden treasure is the most exciting part of adventuring. What do we have here?
A stone tablet? And some shabby weapons?
You call this a treasure vault? Looks more like an abandoned...
Maybe the troop ran out of budget at the...
They provided a super immersive experience at the beginning only to drop the ball at the most important part?
Wait, I get it now. Paimon.
This is it? The Marachose Hunter treasure?
Whoa, are you okay?
The Marachose hunter before you appears to suffer a serious mental breakdown. One of you seems to understand the significance of the treasure already. If the rest... So, how are you doing? Do you remember how you got here? Or what happened?
I remember now. I brought you here because I wanted to... The explosives in the cave!
You mean these?
Huh? How did you...
I could tell something was off the moment I stepped into this cave, so I kept an eye out.
So the strongest champion duelist in all of Fontaine saved the...
I deserve some answers, don't you think? Everything you said earlier sounded like the truth. Luckily, your monologue was dramatic enough to
I don't know. I just always felt like there was... The feelings about my father and the other Marachose hunters are real. It just wasn't fair. I was angry. I don't know when it started, but at some point,
But if the treasure was all you cared about, why plant all those explosives? Wouldn't they just destroy the treasure and bury you along with it?
I can't remember.
From your description, I suspect you were dealing with a devorator.
Devorator?
Oh, your master... your father, I mean. Never...
No, I've heard of it. I'm just not sure why you suddenly... Wait, it can't be. The seal!
The seal?
My family has served as Marachose hunters for many. My father instructed me to... But I neglected that duty after he died.
The Devorator would be a formidable adversary for any mortal. If you lacked the power to completely destroy it, you could easily fall prey to its influence and...
I heard it has the power to amplify the obsessions and desires in people's hearts, to the point where they overtake you entirely. It would...
And yet, you were able to retrieve 3 of the 4 keys.
One of them belonged to my father. I know just how strong you are. It's the only way I could think...
I won't comment on any...
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into it. The stories my father used to tell me about the glory of the heroic Marachose hunters and how they came to be forgotten.
It's more than just a story.
Huh?
You're proud to be a hunter. You're still holding onto that part of yourself, no matter how small.
I have done so many despicable things.
Then explain the purpose of the evil sorcerer in your story. Isn't he the true antagonist? The one who sought nothing but his own gain, and used the people as pawns to attain it?
But I've already tainted my sword. I know.
Wake up, Florian. Remember how you introduced your... Do you really think the hunters acted out of a desire for honor and glory? Or to be loved and acknowledged by the people? You do not wield your sword for yourself, but to protect those you serve. Do you still not understand? Even after seeing the treasure for yourself? The contents of that room, they represent the true legacy the hunters left behind.
You're right. I am...
I wouldn't be so quick to push aside the need for redemption.
I know. That's a charge I won't
Good. Then, come with me, and help me see the script through to the end.
Huh?
Never finished it, huh?
No, I mean, I wrote the script with the sole purpose of...
Then we'll just have to keep writing it. The evil sorcerer still...
You mean the Devorator?
Is that really so hard? You've already written most of it. Surely you can write an ending.
You aren't afraid your party will fall into danger?
I know what my friends are capable of, and they're all...
Then, are you going to tell them the truth?
I don't intend to spoil the fun. Loaded.
They're back!
That took a while.
Ahem! My fellow Marashose hunters, please forgive me, for I have sinned.
Tone it down.
Sorry. After crossing swords with you and witnessing your courage in battle, I've rediscovered my true self and regained my pride as a Marashose hunter.
Oh, do I smell a redemption arc?
I confess, I was brainwashed by the evil sorcerer. He asked me to lure you here so he could bury you in this cave.
That little... Wait, you're saying all of that wasn't you, but the evil sorcerer?
That's right. He's adept at manipulating the hearts and minds of the people. I fell under his influence because I did not possess a strong enough sense of will.
And how are you going to prove that you're a changed man? We're not going to fall for the same trap twice.
To be perfectly honest, I only came to my senses after seeing the treasure. It reminded me of my father's past teachings. The treasure was actually...
The names of all the Marashose hunters from ages past and their weapons?
Wait, you already know?
Of course. Don't underestimate a veteran role player's exploration skills. Oh, wait, I mean Marashose hunter Navia's exploration skills.
We just finished reading through the content of the stone tablet.
That tablet recorded the lives of some fascinating people. For example, this Marashose hunter called Est. She inherited the responsibilities of the Golden Hunter and passed judgment on many people. But in private, she had a very easygoing personality. Her favorite pastime was singing and dancing with her friends, and she was said to have a beautiful voice.
So, she was just like you.
Oh,
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose I also have a few things in common with this Walter. Working as an executioner, he supposedly used a countless number of tricks to confound...
Their lives were all so exciting. You could write so many cool books about their accomplishments. How could they have all been...
Because they chose to be. To hunt monsters that only appear in the shadows, you must also operate in the dark. To be a Marechaussee...
Then this stone tablet must have been left behind by their...
That's right. Few Marechaussee hunters the only time they spoke of their accomplishment.
So, this tablet was created not so that the...
No wonder this place was so well hidden.
You regard the stone tablet in solemn silence. The names of the tablet proves that, although a hunter walks a shrouded path, their legacies shall continue to be passed down from
Father, you once told me that I should seek out the treasure.
His eyes are sincere.
I implore you, everyone, please give me a chance to make up for all I've done. Allow me to fight alongside you and defeat the evil sorcerer that threatens the peace.
Well,
Sounds good to me too. Everyone makes mistakes.
I have no objections, but... Mr. Florian, do you even know how to defeat the evil sorcerer?
When he took over my mind, I gained some
Huh? He's afraid of the treasure?
what if the secret's hidden inside... GM, permission to invest...
At first glance, the weapons appear absolutely ordinary. But as you observe them, you notice a faint energy emanating from within. These blades have slain countless monsters, though it's been a long time since...
So basically, take these with us, right?
I'll take this weapon, since it used to belong to Est. Maybe...
Ah, good idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then. From one archer-magician to another.
Paimon's gonna pick a cool weapon too!
As you grip your weapons, you can almost feel the will of past hunters coursing through your being. It's a feeling of courage, determination, a silent vow passed down from generation to generation.
Mr. Florian, do you know where to find the
I was able to see his surroundings when our minds were connected. I believe he's currently... We must be extremely careful. He's spent so long living among monsters that he's now...
Then why don't we explore some more and try to find some higher...
No, we have to strike now. He was greatly weakened when I managed to break out of his control. If we let him rest, he might have time to escape.
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've got to act while we have the advantage.
Yeah, now that we've got a plan, there's no point in waiting. The longer this...
Yes, that's what's called... Yes, that...
Alright, you've persuaded Paimon.
Mr. Florian, please, lead the way.
Of course. Follow me.
He had to set up so many scenes today. And now...
Finally, you decide to slay the evil source. As you walk away, you feel the gaze of the stone tablet at your back. As
Off we go!
Finally, you arrive at the church Florian described. As you approach, an ominous aura surrounds you. You get the sense that you're...
How strange. This uneasy feeling seems so real.
Now, it is time for the final battle.
Let's go!
Florian, wait.
What's wrong?
I think you should wait outside. You've already been corrupted by the Devorator once. It could easily... I don't think it's a good idea for you to be this
That's exactly why I have to go.
You...
Yes. I intend to lure...
That's too risky. If things get out...
I understand, but if I do this, you'll have a... The Devorator will have a hard time passing up a chance to enter a body it knows how... You're not like me, Miss Clorinde. You're a just... This is... something... Consider it a duel to restore my honor.
Then, as a champion duelist, I hereby accept your request for a duel. The battle is now upon us. Let the Devorator once again tremble under...
Huh?
So lifelike.
This foe is not invincible. You hold the treasure. The power to defeat it in your own two hands.
The treasure? You mean... The names! It's the Marechaussee Hunters' names!
How are we supposed to...
You forget, Paimon? There's still one skill we saved until the very end.
Hunters fight not for fame, but to aid the people whenever they are summoned.
Walter the Marechaussee Hunter. Master of 1,000 tricks. Executioner of the Phantom Hunters. I call for aid!
Est, the Marechaussee Hunter, inheritor of Cassiodor's will, judge of the Shadow Hunters. Answer my call!
Petronia, protector of justice and order. The hunter I respect the most. Thank you for saving my friend, the best one I'll ever know. Please, lend us your strength.
We have come to answer your summons. And so, the monsters were eradicated, and the sorcerer was defeated. Peace soon returned to the capital. Those in the court, manipulated by the sorcerer, also recognized the errors of their ways. Some remembered the names of the heroes who saved their kingdom, but others simply continued their lives none the wiser. Such is the story of the Marechaussee Hunters. They will always protect the city and those within it, even should all memory of their accomplishments be forgotten by the very people they serve. Yes, you've reached one of the better endings.
It's a pretty solid story overall. I thought it was just an ordinary adventure at first, but that final battle especially, all the effects were super realistic.
Oh, right. Yeah, totally.
That's a really good point. I never expected the weapons we picked up from that vault would have that kind of a...
Yeah, mine nearly scared the daylights out of me when it started glowing. I took a good look at it after we got out, but I don't think it ever lit up again. Oh, we should probably give these props back, right?
Did you have a good time?
Of course. Let me know if it...
Sure, no problem.
Then I'll head back for now. I think I need... Once Mr. Florian is awake, please pass on my regards to him. He must be
You're right. He's had a lot to deal with.
Well, see you all some other time.
Okay, so
I think it should be fine.
what in the world was going on?
That time in the cave when you told us to...
I was dying of curiosity the entire time.
Guess none of us wanted to be the one to break the illusion.
What are you all talking about?
Oh, wait. Don't tell me you never...
Bit late.
You're saying everything?
It's probably more accurate to say this was...
What?
So loud.
Hey, you! Get up right now and explain!
No shaking!
Did Paimon just hear that right? You guys made up that whole last part on the spot? It's not nice to lie to people, but Paimon's gotta admit, that was a really good...
Yeah, it was like watching a magician...
If Paimon knew something was wrong with that vault, she would have floated straight in the...
Everything was under control.
As if you've ever described a situation as being...
Guess I'm just used to it.
You must run into a lot of...
As for you, Florian,
I know there's no excuse for what I did.
I would say you've already suffered more than enough.
What?
You may have been blinded by fame and fortune in the beginning, but your actions during the final battle had... You'll be far more used to the city above ground than below.
But...
Of course, you'll still need to take the keys and pay a personal visit to the two hunters you...
yes.
As far as I'm concerned, though, you...
Then, thank you so much, everyone. I'll do my best to... until we meet again.
Speaking of Marechaussee Hunters, what should we do about the...
Leave it be.
Are you sure? We could show it to people, make it so that...
No. Every name on that tablet made... I am no exception.
That's certainly very different from the path of a magician.
Wait, Paimon just remembered something. If there were no special...
That's because the Marechaussee Hunters of ages past would often imbue their weapons with special...
Oh, so that's why they had an effect on that guy near...
Well, I'm sure that...
Oh? How...
This particular devorator probably hailed from the same era. The names you recited all belonged to the bravest hunters. Countless monsters fell.
So the names held the power all along.
Navia.
Huh? Oh,
I really appreciated those words.
all right, all right. Anyway, let's not talk about that anymore.
She ran off.
I should probably head back as well. This story was truly in.
Traveler. Should your name and deeds be forgotten?
I suppose the significance would be the journey itself and the world we helped create.
A great answer. I'll remember it. Me? The Marachose hunter says nothing in response to that question. Perhaps her answer lies in her silence. An unspoken vow left to echo through the night.